Tirnanog, a paradise and supernatural realm of everlasting youth, beauty, health, abundance, and joy. Once upon a time, many years ago, there lived a great warrior named Oisin, son of the legendary Fionn McCool, or Finn McCool in its English form. McCool was the leader of Fianna, a group of great protectors who guarded the high kings of Ireland, and each day Oisin and Fianna explored the beautiful green hills of Ireland as they hunted on the land. One day, Oisin and Fianna saw a beautiful white horse in the distance, and on its back was the most beautiful young woman they had ever seen. Her hair was the colour of the sun and fell to her waist, and she wore a dress of the palest blue, studded with stars. She was surrounded by a golden light. As the beautiful woman and her horse drew near, all the men stopped in their tracks, waiting for her, for what she might say. "My name is Niamh," said the golden-haired maiden. "My father is king of the mystical land of Tirnanog, a land that knows no sorrow and where nobody ever ages. I have heard wonderful things of a great warrior named Oisin, and I have come to take him with me back to the land of eternal youth." Oisin immediately fell in love with Niamh, and although he was sad to be leaving his father and Fianna, he agreed to join Niamh on horseback and go and live in Tirnanog, promising Fionn McCool that he would return to Ireland to see him again soon. The fine white horse galloped across the silver seas into the magical land of Tirnanog. As Niamh had promised, this was a land where nobody knew of sadness and where nobody ever aged. Everyone there lived forever. Together, Niamh and Oisin spent many happy times together, although there was a small part of Oisin's heart that was lonely. He missed his homeland of Ireland and longed to see his father and Fianna again. Oisin begged Niamh to let him return to Ireland, but she was reluctant. Although Oisin thought that only a few years had passed. It had in fact been 300 years back in Ireland, since in the land of Tirnanog time slowed down. Eventually, Niamh saw how much Oisin missed his family. She agreed to let him return to Ireland to see them again. "Take my magical white horse," she said. "Do not get off this horse, and do not let your feet touch the ground, or else you will not be able to return to the land of Tirnanog again." Oisin set off across the seas on Niamh's white horse and arrived in Ireland. When he got there, he could see that things had changed. The Fianna no longer hunted green hills, and the grand castle that once housed his family was crumbling and covered in ivy. As he was searching for someone familiar in the green hills, Oisin came across some old men who were having difficulty trying to move a huge rock. He leaned down from his horse to help them, but in doing so, he lost his balance and fell from the horse. The moment Oisin touched Irish soil, he immediately aged 300 years that he had missed in Ireland. An old frail man, he asked men he had stopped to help about his father, Fionn McCool, and they told him that Finn had died many years before. Broken-hearted and many hundred years old, Oisin died soon after, but not before he shared legends and stories of the Fianna, his great father Fionn McCool, and the mystical land of the eternal youth that is Tirnanog. And even today in Ireland, these legends live on.